Welcome once again to Gracie Schwarzwald and our complete Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Self-Defense Course. And in this section on standing self-defense, we're going to continue in to the headlocks, probably the most important standing self-defense series you'll learn. So in the previous video, we covered having the correct posture. We always want to fight out of the correct posture. Okay, now in that section, we worked from the person already locks a headlock just to teach you the correct posture. But what we want to always deny, again, is that ability of the person to lock their hands around us. Okay, so there's a timeline with the headlock. The first part of the headlock is simply, I get one arm around his head. Then I'm able to lock my hands. Then I'm able to maybe start to break his posture, move him around. Okay, so what we're always focused on, if possible, is denying the first thing, not the last things. Okay, so if he can deny me reaching around his head, then all that other stuff doesn't even happen. So notice his hands are up in front of his face. He's maintaining inside control. So if I try to grab around his head, he's already here intercepting. Okay, so this is going to be the same exact defense you'll learn against a punch later on. Okay, because here's the truth. I tell my students, if I can hook your head, whether it's a cross-face on the ground, a headlock, anything like this, I could have punched you. It's the same exact motion. He grabs my head, he throws a punch, he throws a hook, elbow, all of that, it's the same exact thing. So you want to get in the habit of never letting that happen in the first place. So his hands are here. Let me turn you this way. I go to grab. He's not going to block with his hands or his thumbs. He's going to block with his forearms. He's just opening up. Now, very important, he's not blocking like this, not trying to come out. The hands just swim out, and he makes hooks. So I'm here, I try to reach around his head. Now, very important, okay, don't go one and then the other. So in other words, if I reach, he doesn't block with this arm, and then try to block with this arm. Because he might be fast enough to block this arm, but then this hand catches his head, and now he's stuck in a headlock. So both arms are going to address at the same time. I try to lock around his head. Now notice this position is really strong. From here, he can move me out of the situation. He can arm drag the different things. Remember, we're focused on escaping right now, not fighting back. That will come in a later section. Okay, so he goes to grab my head. I stop him. I can move him around and escape the control. What I'm denying, again, even if he just gets the arm around my head, and doesn't lock his hands, this is still a very strong control. Once he locks his hands, it's an even stronger control. Once he breaks my posture, he has the same strength and control, but now I have a much weakened position. So I'm weaker. So it's as if he strengthened his control. So again, his hands are not here, because I can get around his head probably before. His hands are up, I try to grab, he's here, he redirects me off. Somehow, it can be simple as an arm drag, it could be just here, and I just move him going here, okay? So really important technique, do not let him get control of your head. I can't emphasize this enough. Now, something that may happen is he goes, and I'm able to block, but he's strong, maybe I was too late. Once my arm really starts bending this far back, he may be able to, at this point, lock his hands. And I'm stuck here now. Okay? And if I just pull my hands out, I'm going to be stuck. Okay? So from here, and I use this on the ground, I go here, I start losing the position. Look, my hand will turn, cover my head, because grab. It's still denying, and look, from here, I slip out. So maybe I got caught a little bit late. I'm here, oh. Hand goes to my forehead, so this acts like a ramp. So he still can't control my head. Even if he locks his hands, there's no real control. But I don't want to stay inside. I'm just going to slip out. Now the way I slip out is, again, I don't bend over in this situation. I'm just going to turn this way, drop my level, slide out, and go. Okay. So I go to grab him. Maybe it's a little bit, he's collapsing. Here. I'm a little bit late. He got in. Here. But don't make this your default. Okay? I still want the default to be out here. Grab my head. It's very strong position, but if I do find myself weakening, here, okay. Again, I want you to understand that standing self-defense is not something completely different from the ground. Many of the holds, many of the way we deny holds are going to be exactly the same. So for escaping side control, I will often use this kind of control. He brings it in. I'm able to defend controls, slip to underhooks, different things like this. It's the same exact control. Okay. So one more time, I'm here early. You'll do it early. Here, he can move me off in some way here. If he weakens a little bit, I get a little closer. Here. And then we go into our next obvious techniques. Well, yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
Round flying side kick.
Flying side kick. I'm told for that.
All right, so practice this as much as possible. I can't emphasize enough, we want to deny the control early because it's just less control that we have to break, right? If he never gets the grips he wants, we don't have to break control. If he gets weak grips or weak control, we don't have to use a lot of force to break controls. So you drill this not as a matter of going fast, but as a matter of timing, recognizing the timing. So when I practice, we're going fast right now because we've done it quite a bit, but we'll go slow at first so he recognizes that motion, okay? So that he does not have a stressful situation. Then we'll pick up the speed, we'll pick up the speed, we'll pick up the speed. Okay, so absolutely important, will save you a lot of headaches denying that head control.